In the air, the decorations are hung. You've gained 5 pounds. Yes, the holidays are here. But there's no chance of Jack Frost nipping at my nose because I am in Florida at Walt Disney World. Now, each year, Disney transforms itself in such magical ways, making this one of the best times to visit. So, why don't you and I see how the happiest place on earth celebrates the happiest season of all? So the first thing you need to know about the holidays at Walt Disney World is that all the theme parks get caught up in the excitement in just wonderfully imaginative ways. Like take Disney's Animal Kingdom, right? I'm walking through Africa right now. There are tribal drums in the distance. I'm surrounded by exotic wildlife. It's about as far from Winter Wonderland as you can get, right? Not quite. Walt Disney certainly understood that everyone loves a parade. And each day at Disney's Animal Kingdom Park, everyone turns out for Mickey's Jammin' Jungle Parade. But when the holidays arrive, the crew here has only 2 days to transform this pageant into Mickey's Jingle Jungle Parade. I had exclusive behind-the-scenes access to see how they do it.
When we first created this parade for the Animal Kingdom, we really wanted to figure out what's the whole concept of why Mickey and the gang are having a parade through the Animal Kingdom.
Right.
Reed Jones created the original concept for the parade, along with some help from Mickey and Minnie, of course.
You know, we kind of think in their animated world, they're going to be representing animals sort of in a little more whimsical, a little more artistic viewpoint of this. And as they travel around the park, they go through, you know, Harambe and Asia and Bali. So there's lots of different cultural influences on all these floats.
And of course, it's the holidays, and now the animals are getting all gussied up.
Yes, they are.
They're going to get all their holiday finery.
We have Tara Anderson here, who's the show director on the Christmas overlay.
Is this alligator actually getting sleigh bells? Is that what I'm seeing?
Sleigh bells and antlers. Don here is helping me get the antlers on the gator so he can help Santa Goofy deliver presents. Goofy's all into the feelings of the holiday season. He's in the spirit of giving, so he decides to play Santa. So if you want to come on over here, I'll show you. He's got stockings for all of his friends that are here at the Animal Kingdom from, of course, Minnie and Mickey and Pluto. But we also have Dory from Finding Nemo, Marlin Nemo, and even Bruce the Shark, because he thinks about everybody. I personally love that Bruce has a toothbrush.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I was looking at
lots of teeth. My particular favorite is his naughty and nice list. You will notice Donald's on both of them.
Donald's?
He's not quite sure.
That's why I love Donald.
I'm saying.
Because, you know, we all have a little Donald Duck in us.
Which list are you on? As the parade comes down the path, the first thing we're going to see is the Rafiki Jeep. It features Rafiki. He's really our guide for the entire adventure. Also in that Jeep, we have some of our first guests. Throughout the whole parade, we can get up to about 25 guests into it.
How do you choose your guests?
Well, randomly through the beginning of the day, our guest service managers go out and find guests who look like they're going to have a lot of fun, who are having a great time in the park. We take them back, we give them little costumes, and then we put them in the parade.
Wonderful. What a great treat.
We have Minnie's float here. One cool thing about this float is that there actually is the smell of hot chocolate coming from her bathtub. So as you see, she's got an entire bathtub of hot chocolate.
That bathtub actually emotes a hot chocolate smell.
So you see it, you smell it.
What a spa treatment that is.
All the sights and the smells and sounds of the season.
Beautiful.
Hey, when Minnie's Jeep goes by, smell the air. It's hot chocolate. And pump it.
And throughout the parade, we have these fantastic puppets. They were designed by Michael Curry, who, you know, did The Lion King on Broadway. And he did a wonderful job bringing these animals to life on our parade path.
That looks like a monkey.
I think it's a monkey with a big Santa hat on. Okay, so a good tip to know, especially during the holidays, is that while everyone is watching the parade, the lines for the attractions are actually shorter. So, the parade is just about to end. I know that. I'm going to step away from the parade to get ahead in the line, okay? Got to be subtle, though. People will know what you're up to, okay? Excuse me. Excuse me. So I'm on my way to the latest and greatest sensation here, Expedition Everest. And I really just wanted to concentrate on holiday things, and Everest, not quite. But then I realized, you know, what lives in Everest? A monster called a Yeti. Do you know what a Yeti is? It's an abominable snowman. Snowman, Frosty the Snowman. Holidays!
Really, I'm just as excited about who I get to ride with as the attraction itself. Joe Rohde. Joe is the amazing Imagineer who designed not only Expedition Everest, but Disney's Animal Kingdom Park.
Hello! Nice to see you again.
Hey, let's go check this out.
Gosh, you know, this is my very first time
Is it really?
coming to Expedition Everest, and I'm coming with you.
Oh, great. Oh, cool. Well, you'll love it. It's really great.
So this isn't just about going on a thrill ride. It's about being like swooped up into an adventure.
Yeah, it's as if you're wrapped up in a story about you in the Himalayas, you know, encountering the legend of the Yeti.
So where are we right now? Are we in Tibet? Are we in Nepal?
This would be the Nepalese Himalayas. And as a matter of fact, this is a Nepalese building. It was made for us in Nepal.
Like artisans from Nepal made this
Absolutely, yes, in the Kathmandu Valley. We told them the whole story. We allowed them to then go with the decoration. They carved the whole thing up for us, shipped it here, and we assembled it.
So I'm actually seeing something I would absolutely see if I went to this
Oh,
here.
absolutely. This all here is very much like a little temple courtyard and village in Nepal.
We're in the Yeti Museum.
Yeah, this is the Yeti Museum, and it basically is a display of the life of the Himalayas, the way the people live, concepts of their ritual treatment of the environment, photographs of real people, artifacts that represent the legend of the Yeti.
There's so much.
Oh, yeah. The whole, you know, Western exploration of the Himalayas.
You almost don't want to be here first so the line goes quickly. You actually want the line to go slowly so you can take all this in.
The mystery of the lost expedition. This is where we begin to set up that there must be something scary on the mountain.
There are bite marks in that canteen right there. He laughs.
We did do real scientific research in the Himalayas, and this is a display about that.
Right. That's what I love about Joe, is the fact that he's an Imagineer, but really there was no imagination to it. You actually went to the Himalayas and saw
we did
this.
a lot of
not
real
imagining
research.
what happens here. You actually went. All right. So, of course, the level of detail carries down to the car. What kind of car are we in? Train.
This is kind of inspired by this little tea train that goes up to Darjeeling in the Indian Himalayas.
Okay.
And it's got this tiny little engine and goes really up these steep, steep mountains, up to about 9,000 feet.
Okay.
So that's your journey through the Himalayas.
Thank you very much. Oh, my gosh.
Was that cool?
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it.
Oh, my God, I loved it. One more time. Come on.
When Disney Holiday Magic returns, I'll show you a neighborhood lighting extravaganza so big, they have to start stringing the bulbs in August. Holiday Magic at Disneyland Resort fills the air like California sunshine. Now, at first glance, you might not think it feels like a winter wonderland, but hey, give them a chance.
Here we go! Go! Hey!
Over at Santa's Beach Blast, inside Disney's California Adventure, you can have your picture taken with St. Nick. And you won't get a shot like this at your local department store. One of the most beautiful sections of Disneyland Park during the holidays is New Orleans Square. The narrow streets and wrought iron balconies are brimming with lights. It's like 6 weeks of Mardi Gras, and you can bring your kids. Tis the season for gift giving, and while I'm visiting Walt Disney World in Florida, I know just the place to stock up.
So here I am in downtown Disney, about to do a little holiday shopping in the largest Disney store in the world. So you know those Disney stores in the mall? Well, this is like 20 times the size of them. And it's literally 50,000 square feet of space. And it's just like a department store. You've got your men's section, children's, housewares, jewelry. Oh, and a great point is to look at Cinderella Castle. It's right in the middle of the store, just like it's right in the middle of Magic Kingdom. Your family meets here. You say, meet you back in a half an hour. Spread out. Let's go. This place is absolutely packed. Is there a time you would suggest coming when it's a little more quiet?
Yes, definitely Mondays and Tuesdays.
All right.
Probably early morning would be a very good time.
It gets busier as the day progresses,
It
that
does,
kind of thing?
along with the week. So
All
by
right.
the weekends, we're definitely much busier.
Obviously, you're going to buy a lot of stuff because there's so much stuff to buy.
There is, absolutely. We offer complimentary package delivery to all our resorts here on property, as well as shipping all around the world to your home.
So I buy this, I just leave it here, and they're going to send it to my gift shop
Absolutely.
at the resort I'm staying at.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure to do that.
Oh, now, see, you definitely want these. These are much nicer, a little more flash. Are you buying these for yourself? Come on.
I think my wife will like these better.
No, she's going to like them. Perfect.
I can get both, can I?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
So last year in the airport, my friend Katie bought a snow globe and TSA confiscated it because it's a liquid. I mean, who knew? And actually here now they have signs saying that Homeland Security will take this. They're not Scrooges or Grumpy. That's just, the rules of the game. But if you can't pack anything, you want to bring it with you, just get one of the little ones that will fit in that Ziploc bag along with your toothpaste and all your creams and gels. It's a lot of fun just walking through the theme parks and looking at the decorations to see how they tie in the holiday theme according to their particular theme. And of course, I'm in Disney's Hollywood Studios and stars. Yeah, I get that. And then these massive tinsel garlands across the boulevard. I just think, well, that's an interesting choice. I'm like, oh, Tinsel Town, Los Angeles. Get it? Very cute. But this theme park is, of course, dedicated to all things entertainment, right? This is where showbiz is, and there are some fantastic attractions here. You've got Rock and Roller Coaster, Lights Motor Action, and a whole lot more. So now, I'm just going to take a stroll down Hollywood Boulevard underneath the big tinsel garland of Tinseltown.
One of the best tips I ever got about the holidays at Disney was to strike up conversations with other guests, because everyone's going to have something that they recommend you do.
So I'm here for the holidays, and I love the decorations. Is there something that you recommend people who are coming to Disney World during the holidays that they absolutely should do?
They have to do the Christmas party at Magic Kingdom. There are special dates for it, and everybody gets all decked out. All the characters are in all of their holiday gear. It's fantastic.
So Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, is that what it is?
Yeah, and you get to see snow for the first time in 4 years.
Yeah. You get to snow. And so when do you come? You come at this time?
Yep, before Thanksgiving.
And why is that?
Because it's the slowest time of the year. I don't like saying that. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but this is
Yeah,
the
but
time
now
to
I'm
come.
giving it away.
I would say the Osborne family life.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. It's really probably one of the best things they have. It's really nice.
I'm going to go there tonight. And have you gone to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party yet? No?
Yes, we did.
We went on Monday night. Right? She's having such a good time.
It's amnesia. One of the highlights of the holidays at Disney's Hollywood Studios is the Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights. Now, most people show up at night to see this, but I'm heading over early to meet one of its primary Imagineers.
So where are we right now, John?
We're on the streets of America here at the Disney Hollywood Studios. And
giving me the 101 is John Phelan, who knows all about this amazing display.
Because it's one of those lighting displays that it just reminds you of home, from what I've been told.
Well, it actually came from a home.
Right.
You know, the Osborne family of Little Rock, Arkansas, Jennings Osborne, his daughter Breezy asked for some Christmas lights one year, so he went a little overboard and he ended up putting about 1 million lights on his house. And of course, it created quite an attraction in Little Rock, and so his neighbors complained to him a little bit, and he said, hey, I'll do you a favor. I'll buy your houses. So he bought the houses on either side of him, but then he expanded he expanded his Christmas lights display into those 2 yards, and the display ended up being about 3.5 million lights in Little Rock.
Oh my goodness!
We saw it on the news, and we contacted him, and it became the perfect marriage between, you know, the Osborne family and Disney to bring him here, because this is the streets of America, and this is the ultimate Americana Christmas lights display.
And just for further clarification, this is not Ozzy Osbourne and his family.
Oh, no. But it becomes quite a challenge. Our crew comes out here in August to start stringing these lights. All these lights are put up by hand.
Amazing.
Put up by hand. There isn't a strand on a building that's longer than 50 or 100 lights on each strand. They're just like the lights you buy at the mall.
I was just going to say that. Look at these lights. They are just like the ones. So if you go to a mall here in Florida, there will be no Christmas lights.
That's right. We wiped out.
You have bought them out. So how does this whole thing begin? How do you turn it on?
Well, right over in this direction, we have a giant switch.
You do?
There's one little light switch, and we invite a child every night to come over here and throw the switch.
I'm 12.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry. You can come tomorrow. We've already picked a child tonight.
All right. How many angels are there? That is just stunning.
There are over 60 angels flying there in the square. They're all original angels from the actual display in Little Rock, and they surround that giant globe. That globe is in his backyard, looming up over his house with the peace on earth over it. And you see those spinning carousels up
These
there?
were in your homes too?
They were in the house. They were on either end of the circular driveway. This giant 70-foot tree was on top of the kitchen roof. Mitzi always says, I was always afraid it was going to crash into my roof, but it was on top of the roof, as well as the flying reindeer and all the other figurines that you see all around. And of course, the houses were just covered with Christmas lights like we've done here.
Wow. How do you feel when you see how people are reacting to your work?
When that switch is thrown and the crowd cheers, there's just the swell of, when you get that little tingle in the spine. It's that happy feeling that you always get during the holiday season. And after all, this is Disney, and as we always do, we make dreams come true.
Festive accommodations at Walt Disney World during the holidays aren't limited to its many hotels and resorts. There's a campground here, too.
I've traveled way up north here in Walt Disney World to Fort Wilderness. It's about 70 degrees, but that doesn't mean you can't take a horse-drawn sleigh ride through the woods. John, where are we going?
This ride usually goes between Fort Wilderness and Wilderness Lodge. It's a 25-minute ride.
Chance of snow?
No chance of snow today.
Now, if you like sleighs that are drawn by reindeer instead, well, then you'll have to travel all the way to California to Disneyland.
They've got a little corner of Frontierland called Santa's Reindeer Roundup. And if your kids insist that reindeer are imaginary, well, this is a perfect place to set them straight. Although, it's a good possibility that they may not be able to join in any reindeer games. Okay, now, which one's Blitzen? Meanwhile, back in Disney World in Florida, I've headed to the RV area of Fort Wilderness. There are some campers who spend their entire winters here, and they become Imagineers themselves, festively decorating their campsites.
These are the Neils. This is Hilda and Charles. As soon as I went by, I'm like, I'd like to meet those people. So I came by and I did. And they gave me hot chocolate. Again, it's just that holiday feeling. Everyone's welcome. Thank you for having me.
Samantha, it'll be our pleasure to take you for a little tour. But a little tradition, you have to wear this hat.
Do I get to put those on?
You get to put these on. You have to put these on.
Hold that. I love it.
Now you can
Very nice. Okay, Samantha, let's go for a ride.
Very excited about this.
I hopped into the Neils' Christmas Mobile, their golf cart, to visit Jay and Donna Howard. They've been camping here since 1981. And while their annual displays may not be as elaborate as the Osborne family's, nevertheless, the holiday spirit just glows from their place.
So have you always wanted to do this?
Not in the beginning. In the beginning, it was like having a root canal. But as the years went on, people started to say how much they like it. And some of the guests say, we look forward to coming here just to see your display. And they really mean it. They really, really mean it. And so all of a sudden, it was something I wanted to do.
It's just unbelievable how many people come and thank us for doing this.
So they would come right up to you?
Oh, definitely. They leave us notes, cards, put little notes in our mailbox. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, it seems like a really great community around here.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
Well, happy holidays. Thank you for sharing this with us.
Happy holidays to you.
Now for Christmas lights on a grander and more fantastic scale, check out this building in Disneyland in California. There are over 300,000 individual bulbs on this single structure, and when they're not lit up, animation is projected over the entire building. And do you know what's inside? And its message of global unity resonates more than ever. And like many famous attractions at both Disney parks, this has been transformed for the holiday season. So it's a very different experience this time of year. Back in Florida, we're now heading over to Epcot to see how the countries all around the small world celebrate the holidays.
So I thought we would begin in Germany because a lot of our holiday traditions come from this country, and one of our most cherished being the Christmas tree, Tannenbaum, and the decorating of it. I am part German, and actually one of my family's big traditions is to eat sauerkraut. My mom makes, great sauerkraut. It's a good luck meal, prosperity for the next year. So I'm just going to sit down, eat a plate of sauerkraut, just pretend I'm with my family. There's no family fighting, though, which is also a brown holiday tradition. But we won't get into that.
The 11 countries of Epcot are represented in pavilions, and the people who work there are from those countries. So this is the perfect chance to learn about specific holiday customs from the people themselves, and to learn about other traditions as well. This is the Mexico Pavilion.
And so this art is called what?
Alebrijes.
Alebrijes. And what does that mean?
The meaning is fantastic animals.
Fantastic animals.
Yes.
So this is Antonio. This is Alba's brother. Antonio carves the animals and Alba paints them. So what animal are you carving right now?
I am making a giraffe.
Oh, okay, that's the head, right? That's
Yeah.
the neck. The idea is the wood carving is that the spirit of the animal is actually in the piece of wood, and by Antonio carving it, he's bringing that animal out, right?
Right.
And it's a beautiful thought, really. So you're releasing the spirit of the animal. See, I'm looking at these because I think these would be perfect gifts for the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think so. Happy holidays.
You too. Feliz Navidad too.
The country of Japan, on the whole, doesn't celebrate the December holidays. But if an important part of the season is to be filled with surprise and wonder, well, wait till you see this.
That's really amazing, isn't it? That's just great. So what is that material you're using?
This is corn syrup.
Corn syrup. All right. It's just like a taffy almost.
This can be 200 degrees, very hot out.
Oh,
you
it is?
cannot
Okay.
touch. Very hot. I have no fingerprint, nothing.
And is this a tradition in Japan?
Yeah, in Japan, 250 years ago, very old culture. My grandfather, my teacher. In Japan, 15% this job, I'm only female.
So only 15 people know how to do this, and you're the only female. Wow.
That's so nice.
So you carry on the tradition.
Yeah, I love candy. I love kids.
That is beautiful.
Thank you.
Guinness, please. That'd be great. In England, are there like sort of parties held in pubs for the holidays?
Yes, every Christmas, just before Christmas, all of the works get together and we have like karaoke and food, and it's really good fun.
That's right, because the pub really is the living room of England, and so of course you'd have your own party.
Like a family, these pubs. It's so good. It's awesome.
I always thought of pubs as escaping the holidays. It's like, well, you're all going to have to leave the pub soon and go home to your wife and children.
No, we definitely celebrate them here.
Cheers. Thank you.
But it's going to have to be a short pint because the Epcot tree is about to be lit.
Oh, oh, oh! Howdy, everybody! I hope I'm not too late to help light the tree.
The traditional lighting of the Epcot tree also has an international feel. Representatives from all the World Showcase pavilions join Mickey and the gang. The ceremony culminates with the dazzling lights of winter, which illuminate the path up to the tree. And finally, the holiday experience at Epcot just goes to show that it's a small world after all. Still to come, how do you cover an entire castle in magical ice in the middle of Florida? The fairy godmother knows, and that's coming up. It's not just the theme parks at Walt Disney World whose halls are decked for the holidays. There are more than 20 resorts and hotels here. Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa is just one example of a hotel visitors love to check out, even if they're not staying here. The Christmas tree is always gigantic. The band in the balcony adds so much to the mood, and who could resist buying your holiday sweets in a shop actually made of gingerbread?
Oh, beautiful. See, one of my favorite things to do here at Walt Disney World is to visit all the resorts to see what they're doing to celebrate the season. And I'm staying at the Boardwalk Resort, and as you can see, it is just chock full of ornaments, just dripping in them. Oh, and right here is the centerpiece of it all, a gazebo made entirely of gingerbread. Just incredible. You know, I love all the decorations here at Walt Disney World, but I am especially fond of the ones that I could potentially eat. So, I am staying at a villa here at the Boardwalk, and this is really convenient, especially for families, for obvious reasons. You got a lot more space here, separate living room, you can have 1 or 2 bedrooms, fully equipped kitchen, so you can stock it full of your own groceries. You want to see what my refrigerator has? A Rice Krispie treat and a bottle of Chardonnay. It's how I survive the holidays, what can I say? But say you want your room to be a little more festive for the season. Don't you know you can actually have, I love this, a Christmas tree delivered to your room. The floral department here does it all up, and look at all the little details. It's just precious. And hey, when you're done with your stay, they'll box it up for you and send it to your home. It's a great idea. Let me show you my view from here. I've stayed in a lot of Disney properties, but I wanted to stay here at the Boardwalk simply because it's just a festive place to be, especially this time of year. And look, we're overlooking a lake. We've got the yacht and beach club resorts. I'm right over the Boardwalk with all the shops and restaurants, and I don't know, you just feel like you're a part of a party all the time. Happy holidays!
I'm now at the Magic Kingdom Park. For many people, this is Holiday Central at Walt Disney World. Everyone comes for the parties, the parades, live shows, the beautiful decorations, and let's not forget the funnel cakes.
Yeah, have a magical day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, millions of people visit Walt Disney World every year, and arguably there are millions of things to do and see, but there's something really wonderful here that very few people do get to do or see. But I've got connections.
And it's actually inside this. We're getting a rare peek at a suite inside Cinderella Castle.
Look at this. So this is the foyer. All right, we're definitely in Cinderella's place. There's her pumpkin coach outlined in 14-karat gold tile. Oh, look up above. There are pictures of the animated film. There's even some of Cinderella's personal items here. One of the glass slippers she wore when she was just an everyday normal girl like one of us with one rockin' pair of shoes, to her crown and scepter when she was made an official princess. And I know this is on every woman's mind, size 8. So let's go see the suite. This is gonna be good. Are you ready? This is beautiful. It definitely feels like we are in a castle, doesn't it? And certainly staying here, you would feel like you were a royal family of the Magic Kingdom. At Sleep 6, and oh, do you know where we are in the castle? If you were standing outside, where do you think we are? We're right here. So in here is the sitting room, so I think I shall sit. And as you can see, it's lined with stained glass windows that tell the story of Cinderella. And even though this is a 17th century castle, a lot of hidden modern amenities, like this antique couch here, actually pulls out to a sofa bed, and this mirror turns into a flat screen TV. And just so you know, this is Cinderella's guest quarters. This isn't her actual home, so, you know, she's not going to barge through midnight, out of breath, missing a shoe. Gotta look good for the prince, you know what I'm saying? So I think I found what I consider to be the best room at the Cinderella Castle Suite, the bathroom. I mean, look, you've got a throne for him, a bathtub to die for her mosaics, and look at this. Oh, stars. It's so lovely. And you know, I think everyone who looks at Cinderella Castle just wonders, what is in there? And now you know.
Next, we've got a reservation for a special Christmas parade right in the middle of the Magic Kingdom Park. Disney Holiday Magic returns after this. At the Disney theme parks in California and Florida, it's all about making the season bright. And that means lights. Lots of lights. So, when Walt Disney World in Florida wanted to light up an entire castle in a new and unforgettable way, they called on Imagineers Rob Hamburg and Alan Broom.
So every year in the Brown family household, my dad's job is to string the house with lights and the tree. And every year, when he puts that plug in the socket, and we pray that it's going to work. And essentially, that's what we have right now.
That's exactly what we have, but on the grandest scale imaginable.
Because this is no ordinary house. This is Cinderella Castle, the most beloved icon of Walt Disney World,
Absolutely.
I would say. And it was your job to light it?
I had to figure out how to make his idea real.
Yeah. So we're both halves of one brain.
Right. Who gets fired if this doesn't work?
He does.
That would be me.
At least you're in agreement on that.
Yes, absolutely.
What is, so you're holding right now the actual lighting?
This is them.
A sample of the lights. That's what's on the castle.
My gosh.
There's over 200,000 of these little lights on that castle, all tied to fishing net, and you can't tangle it. It'll just fall right out.
That's beautiful. So literally the entire castle is draped with this.
Correct.
That's right.
So the blue for the turret roofs,
Uh-huh.
and it's a beige for the rest of the castle.
Right. Everything's been dyed to match the castle, so it's as invisible as possible during the day.
Right, because when you look at it, you're like, it's only until you told me that this was there that I'm like, oh, okay, I see it now.
You can see it if you're looking for it.
And so that was probably one of the challenges as well.
One of the biggest challenges, because of course the castle's viewed by thousands of people every day, and we can't just string a bunch of stuff on it that's going to look terrible during the day. It's got to look perfect during the day, and then we have to be able to transform it in an amazing way at night.
So whose job is it to throw the switch?
Well, the fairy godmother will be sharing her magic in just a few minutes.
Okay, so places, everyone, places.
everyone.
All right, excellent.
Fairy godmother, do you think you could make my wish come true?
Well, let me think. Will you help us make Cinderella's holiday wish come true? Wonderful! All right then, let's give it a try. I want everyone to imagine what the castle would look like if it was covered with magical ice. Here we go.
Okay, so I have my ticket for wristband to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and really this is my favorite part of the holidays here at Disney World, because I really feel like the Magic Kingdom just pulls out all the stops. There's a parade, there's fireworks, live shows, there's hot chocolate and cookies, and right now I'm walking down Main Street and it's snowing. Can you see that? All the decorations are out, and it just gives you the warm fuzzies.
This is a separate ticketed event with a limited number of people being allowed in, so it feels like you're going to a private party. It only happens on scheduled days in November and December, and it does sell out quickly, so make plans as soon as possible.
So just like you would do in any town during the holidays, you check out the decorations, right? Just see how they do such a beautiful job. And I love these lampposts because it looks like the wreaths, the garlands look like Mickey Mouse. I don't know, maybe they aren't Mickey Mouse. That looks like Mickey Mouse, doesn't it to you? I'll tell you, the thing about staying in Walt Disney World for a long time is everything starts to look like Mickey Mouse. I gotta lay off the sugar. Just a little tip, if you come to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, even though it is in Florida, it is getting a little cold, November and December, so I get really cold, so I brought a jacket. You see people have like sweaters. This man has a nice waffle cotton blend shirt on, very good. So everyone's warm, right? You've got a sweater on. And so just don't think because we're in Florida, it's going to be like 90 degrees. Tip to know when you're seeing this parade. Parade's, of course, very popular. You want to stake out your position 40 minutes to a half an hour before the parade starts, especially this one we're at right now, because look, we've got Cinderella Castle in the background. The parade's coming forward. I don't know why I'm talking. Get your camera out, Samantha. Time to take pictures. As we all know, parts of the holidays aren't always joyful, but in Disneyland in California, it can get downright scary.
Sure, you can go to the Haunted Mansion any old time of the year, but during the holidays, Jack Skellington and his crew overrun the place, and it's transformed into a full-scale version of Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Scary Christmas, everyone. And at night in Disneyland, during the holidays, Main Street USA is the busiest, snowiest, and warmest place around. The castle on this coast belongs to Sleeping Beauty, and imagine being awakened by a kiss to a view like this. The evenings here conclude with amazing fireworks as well. A statue of Walt Disney himself looking on in approval. Disneyland shares a wonderful holiday tradition with Disney World here in Florida, the Candlelight Processional at Epcot. People have been moved by its spectacle for nearly 40 years. The processional is part of the reading of The Christmas Story, which is accompanied by a mass choir and a 50-piece orchestra. Before the show, I got to speak with an entire family of choristers, the Smokeys, and they told me an amazing fact about this huge choir.
Because we are not in entertainment here at Disney. We all have different roles that we play all around property, mostly backstage.
You lifeguard? And what do you do?
Sell tickets.
Sell tickets?
I'm an architect.
I work in finance, and I'm a merchandise in a resort.
So none of you are entertainers?
Nope.
Only for the Christmas season.
Oh, wonderful.
And we do our best.
The decorations, shows, parades, lighting extravaganzas. We've been to theme parks and resorts, to Germany, Japan, Asia, Africa, Mexico, and the Magic Kingdom, all to see holiday displays that knock our socks off to ones that simply touch our heart. Disney World and Disneyland are wonderful no matter what time of year, but there's something extra special. The magic is even more brilliant during the holidays.